And a very good morning, CIS179 Networking Essentials students. This is Eric Magidson. I will be your instructor for this course. You all, if you're taking this course, are more technically savvy than most students. Hopefully by this time, I'm not going to go into great detail as it pertains to navigating Canvas, etc. If you need more help, I encourage you to reach out for that help. Okay, but let me go through a general overview as a course welcome video of what you can expect from this course. First of all, each week you will receive by noon normally on Mondays, if not sooner, a welcome to the week video such as the one you're watching here. It will come encompassed into a weekly announcement. Normally it'll say like welcome to week 2. This is the welcome to the course video and weekly activities. Each communication will list what is due that week. So as you can see this week, you've got to complete attendance requirement number 1 by Wednesday at noon in order to stay in the class. We'll look at these in a minute. Attendance requirement number 2, the syllabus quiz. You'll complete that by Friday at noon in order to remain in this course. And then in test out, you're going to complete the course introduction through 2.4 Windows post-installation configuration wiring implementation. And I see I need to put a deal in there, a space. All right, so what does that mean? Well, first of all, so this is the announcements. Normally, you're going to open up on the Home tab. You're going to see announcements here that you can click on. Quick introduction, not much. You mostly will not come back to this page. I'm going to remove this syllabus link because it doesn't pertain to our class. You can go into announcements. Now remember, let me click over to student view so I see what you see. Current announcements will be posted here. The announcements feature in Canvas, frankly, is just pitiful. So I have to remember to go in and remove old announcements after they post. But current announcements will be here. Mostly you're going to spend your time in modules. Let's take a look at what we got here. Just a quick outcomes for starting here. Success in CIS179. I'm going to start us here. Notice, you go down through these requirements. It'll put check marks as to what is due. Let me just click on here. There's a little video here, a 7-minute video that details what other students have said. Where were their challenges in the course? In some cases, why did they drop the course? Mostly because of procrastination, folks. This is not a course that you're going to be able to wait till Monday, a couple hours before the due date, and complete the work in an aspect where you actually learn the material. You see, folks, grades are your thing. My goal here is to make you a professional, an IT professional who can get out of college, has certifications, and can walk into a job and retain it because you know what you're doing, okay? So what that means is doing the work, practicing the work. I encourage you all, if you don't have already, to set up your own network at home, have firewalls you can play with. There's so much available free and open source these days for you to utilize within, say, virtual environments on your laptop. So you can have Linux running and network running and firewalls running and Windows servers running and Unix and Linux running, and I encourage you to have all of that running and work in those environments. So here's a quick video on that. I'm just going to use the next instead of going back to modules. Course syllabus. You've got the course syllabus here. You should read through it. You will do a quick syllabus quiz just to make sure we're both on the same page as it pertains to this. I did see this weekend that actually the Test Out Network Pro got updated to the latest version. So that means that you'll see some changes. Nothing major, but you will see some changes. We'll look at Test Out in just a minute. You'll also see changes because they've changed all the modules around. So you will see changes to the course schedule. However, the course schedule is correct this week. Keep in mind, you can just click on this link and you should be able to now file and download the course schedule so that you have it. It details what is due, okay? And we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Each week there will be a participation assignment that is due on Thursday. This is part of the National Quality Matters online teaching excellence certification that I have that shows all the data that if students have regular due dates besides one a week, they participate better in the course. And I actually have seen over the last 2 terms, fewer students drop out from courses. So keep that in mind. So again, generally speaking, this might be different for your term because this is a general welcome to the week video that I don't recreate each term going through Canvas and etc. So your due dates may be different, your schedule may be different, but the first week is definitely correct on this schedule for spring term. Again, if you're another term, another year, you'll have the right schedule, okay? So notice there's some quizzes you should prepare for. There are labs that we will do outside of this environment that you will actually do inside of a Cisco virtual lab environment that are just absolutely wonderful. So you'll do some additional work outside of here. Prepare for that. And I do my best to look at, test out. They give me ideas. What I do is I create a spreadsheet of how long everything takes. So I'll have to look at what I need to redo on that so that I can balance out the workload to the best of my ability. So here you might see a bunch of modules. This will probably reduce. Notice down here you see only 2 or part of some, and that's because I am balancing the workload over the 10 weeks that you have, okay? So there's that information for you. We'll go next. Instructor information here. If you want to look at an old resume, I've been in information technology since my early 20s. I've held positions outside of teaching, so everything that I'm asking you to do, I have done, okay? I had my Network Pro certification. I had Cisco certifications, Microsoft certifications, and I'm still current in many certifications. So anytime you email me, please make sure you put CIS179 exactly as shown, all caps, all together, in the subject line of every email. Your email then gets prioritized into a course folder and will be answered sooner. Best way to get a hold of me, however, is via Microsoft Teams, and we will use Teams for some of the weekly participation. So as you can see here, you should have been invited to this Teams site. There's no content up there now, but there will be, and you can communicate via chat. I have Teams on my phone, so if you're looking for a real-time response, that's the best way, is via Microsoft Teams. Now, why do I use Teams instead of discussion boards? Pretty easy. You all are IT professionals, and Teams or Slack are communication mechanisms that are being used and prioritized over email today in real business environments. So you have the hospitals using this. You have a lot of businesses in town. COCC, we use it. We have a department team folder. Anytime I'm on a committee at the college, I have it here as well. So wonderful access to Teams, and I will be working this term on creating Teams for all of our students so that we can start sharing and communicating better with each of our class of students in the future. So make sure that you're logged in and using Teams. Office hours. You will see that Monday at 10:15, my office hours are by appointment only. Folks, here's the challenge with office hours. I want to make myself available, but I sit in office hours with no students showing up. I don't know why more students don't show up and communicate. Most of you know me by now and know that I want you to communicate with me. I want you to ask questions. I want you to let me know when you're having challenges with the course and what's challenging you so that we can get you on track and keep you successful, okay? But I'm not going to sit in 10 hours of office hours talking to 2 students a week. Now, guaranteed office hours will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is not correct. Why is that? That's weird. It should be 10 a.m. to 11:30. I'll double check this. Oh, wait, that was last term. Here we go, 10:30. Sorry, 10:30 office hours. So 10:30 to 11:30 office hours. Actually, I'm going to make this 10 to 11:30. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm guaranteed to be on Zoom, okay? And I'll put a link to Zoom right here so that you have that, okay? So you'll just be able to click on that, get right into those office hours. You see that I'm teaching in class, and then I have office hours 5:30 to 7 p.m. by appointment only on Tuesdays. Normally, if I'm around, I'm just going to be on, but to make sure you get a hold of me, you might want to email me and we can create an appointment for evening hours. Those students that work, I want to be available to you. Most of you know you reach out to me, at 7 o'clock at night via Teams with a question. I'm going to be there. I'm going to answer it, okay? So keep that in mind. So these are office hours by appointment on Mondays, by appointment on Tuesday evenings, but guaranteed this will be an hour and a half, by the way, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Again, though, folks, keep in mind that if you just go out to the Zoom link that I'm going to put here, you may find me on Zoom because I tend to have my Zoom open when I'm working. If I'm not grading or doing videos, instructional videos or whatever, I tend to have that open. So I'm available that way as well. If you want, you can chat with me. If it's something we need to look at, we just click on Teams. On Zoom, we can do it, or within Teams, we can, do a video broadcast and move forward. Now, folks, I looked at integrating Test Out into Canvas, and it was a nightmare. So, going to take a huge learning curve. And what I mean by that is if you've ever used Test Out, I'm going to bring up Test Out right now. If you've used Test Out, you know what Test Out looks like. I'm in the Test Out Network Pro English 6.0 here, okay? These are the modules that we will cover throughout the term. Folks, I want you to really study hard, and study to the level that you could pass the CompTIA Network Plus certification by doing this work, okay? When I was a student, and even now, I use Test Out, I use Ascend Education and some others to study for certifications, which means if you're doing all this work, why not sit for the certification? And I'm curious as to why more students don't, because the fact is, when it comes to earning a job and having a resume that gets you that interview, it's certifications more than your degree that do it. So keep in mind that, first of all, you get a huge discount. It's like 70% over professional for the Test Out content, and you get a discount for the CompTIA certification exam voucher. So take those exams, earn those certifications. I know it's very scary, the first one you take, but after you take one, you figure out they're really not that bad, folks. And part of this course, you will earn the Test Out certifications, but those don't have as much leverage as it pertains to resume quality certifications, if you will. So this is Test Out. You'll actually come out here, you'll register in this course, and you'll complete the content within Test Out. So you'll go through, you'll watch these videos, you'll do the work. What is graded? What is graded is labs and quizzes. That's what's graded. That's what I'll move back over to Canvas as your grades, okay? So I will make a point of, I created fact sheets, and I'm sure since there's now a new module, I'm going to have to update fact sheets, but I will work on creating those for you so that you have those. So let's go back into here. Here's how you'll register. You can get it through the COCC bookstore if you're on financial aid. If you're not, you can get it directly through Test Out. Here is our code for the college. And you will register into this course right here, CIS179. This may be different for your term, depending on which term you're in, okay? But look for this. That's the course you will register for in Test Out. Finally, installing and logging into Microsoft Teams. You should have gotten an invite for the current term. It will be CIS179, the current CRN, and the current term. That's just an example. Here's the attendance requirement, what you need to do. You're going to go out to Zoom and contact me during office hours, or you're going to contact me over Teams, and I'm going to mark you off accordingly. So I just want to do a quick introduction and make sure we're on track. Attendance requirement 2 will appear after attendance requirement 1, so you'll have to come back and do that. Now, let me go into modules because I am going to change some things in modules. In Blackboard, all of these came into one folder, and here they become sections of modules. So it seems painful to have all of these things for each module. So I will combine some of these things, such as outcomes, questions, etc., into one page so that you have it, okay? So I will work on that. I'll make sure fact sheets are in there. That way you're not having to do this, which is come in here. You're looking at what you're doing this week. So, you know, here within this module, you're going to do all of the module. You would click next. You would see what the focus questions are for the module. How to use the simulator. This is really not a great example. Let's go into a regular module. Module 1, there we go, networking basics. So notice you're going to complete the entire module this week. I've got focus questions. These are the same that are in test out, outcomes, exam topics. So what part of this course that you're taking right now, what are the exam topics that it covered if they're applicable? PowerPoint presentations for sections. Lecture videos, if there are those. Now these are in addition to what you have in test out. What I am going to try to do this term is focus on providing more what's called application videos. So those are videos where I'm going to take topics from that week's work, go into my Meraki firewall, my Meraki switches, etc., and show you how this might apply in the real world, the concepts you're learning, so that you can get a better understanding of what's going on. So anyway, that's a basic week. Again, I will compile this into fewer items, if you will. Update this with the Zoom, get rid of that syllabus since you're going to want to look at the course syllabus within these, start here, first day, etc. That's the course. Again, each week, things that are due will be under assignments. So, you know, you'll see here week 1 homework. It's just reminding you that you're doing the test out 00 through 2.4, so not all of 2, post, and then I'll go in and look at your quiz scores. It shows you how I grade here. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Starting in week 2, there'll be a participation assignment due on Thursdays. There'll be the weekly homework, and there could be labs that are due within the Cisco environment, which I'll be creating and putting you all in there. Take care. Have a great term. Remember, I'm available. Reach out. Let me know how I can help. Take care.